Perfect. So, hey guys, it's me, Patty. Welcome. Eventually, I could probably show everyone how to load up a sewing machine if that's something you'd like to hear. But hi, my name is Patty. I am the one half of Bunchy Scrunch that is currently trying her best to put together the puzzle pieces. If you watched my first video, you would have seen that I messed up. Yikes. I messed up bad. I need to be able to show that I want Bunchy Scrunch to work. So that's why I'm here. Sorry if I'm rambling. This is my first time. I'm not the social media person or the content person. Jess, like I said in my first video, is this creative genius who does so well on social media. I just don't. It's not for me. But I'm trying. And I'm hoping this proves that I'm trying. Because my brain is processing as of that. So yeah, anyway, first of all, I have two dogs. They might bark. I also have a cat. He might meow. They do what animals do. But I'm going to try, and so my whole focus of this is to build up what we have lost because of me. I'm more than happy to admit that it was definitely me. So I'm trying to build what we lost because I do want to give this a go. I've been watching a lot of TikToks lately, and they kind of say that, like, you know, just try. Like, don't give up. You might fail, but just try. And I feel like I kind of like give up before I even try. So this is the way I'm going to try. I'm going to I don't want to say force, but like with my mindset, sometimes it is force, and that's the only way that I can explain it. Like, I'm so aware that I need to do this and I want to do this. However, it is me forcing myself to do this. Yeah, it is me forcing myself to do this. Anyway, so what I'm going to do for the content, what do I want out of this? Obviously, like I said, I want to build Bunchy Scrunch's name. I want to make sure we're building Scrunchy Bunch's name, and I wanted to get it to a good place where Jess knows that, like, I'm all in. Like, oh my gosh. Yep. That I'm all in. So this is how I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the social media. I think my bobbin's empty. Let's have a little squizzle here. Oh, now she's all right. She'll be right. So yeah, I'm going to come on here. I'm going to sew bunchies. I'm going to talk about Jess and mine and Jess's business model. Also, I'm not to go too far into Jess's business because, like I said, it's her own personal journey and story. But Jess has had to start selling off her bunchies that she made for Bunchy Scrunch underneath her own name because, again, I'm not going to delve into what our last interaction was. So if you could please maybe go over, it's at J Marie Designs, and then I believe she has the word scrunchies in the back end there, but I think it's JMAIREE1. Maybe there's no one. But if you could go there, maybe order bunchies, scrunchies, but please don't tell her I sent you. No. Anyway, so this is going to be loud. I'm probably going to do some music over the top so you don't have to listen to this part. Here we go. Ways to actually sew a scrunchie. You can find all of these on YouTube. That's how I learned. That's how I taught myself. I taught myself how to set up my sewing machine on YouTube, how to, all the things really. So I don't think anyone really, there's no special way. I think the only thing that changes is measurements. So that's something that we worked on at Bunchy. We just wanted to make sure our measurements were really spot on. We wanted something that looked scrunchy, like that real traditional fat scrunchie. And we wanted something that was going to hold in your hair and you can wrap it around multiple times. But it came down to choosing sizes and widths. Again, I don't mind, like, I might even do like a teach you how to sew things. I think sometimes when people, even my colleagues, find out I know how to sew, they're kind of like, oh my gosh, can you teach me? I might do like a teach me how to sew a scrunchie thing because I learn off YouTube, and hey, you might want to learn from me. I don't know. I'll find the original video that I learned how to sew scrunchies from. But then recently I watched another creator with scrunchies, and I just loved the way she finished it. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. It's the way she does her final step with pushing the scrunchie through. It involved like a chopstick. That's the best way I can describe that one. But she's good. I will find her video as well. And I will link that. Okay, here we go. working with satin, so this is just for beginners. This isn't real satin, it's faux satin, it's a polyester, but it's slippery. So it's the constant, you can either put clips, ball clips there. We use, where is it? We use clips, quilting clips. I'll have to find it. I thought I had it on the table, but I don't. You can use quilting clips, which are quite handy, and they're very mini as well, instead of using pins. I personally can't use pins when sewing because I stick myself, and I'm a crybaby, and it hurts. So yeah, when working with slippery fabrics like this, you just have to go slow, and you have to adjust your seam always. The other thing as well for beginners, don't be alarmed when using these type of fabrics because the fraying on the edge, I don't know all the technical lingo, but the fraying on the edge, it gets in the way. Don't worry about it. Don't spend all your time trimming it. It just happens. How long does it take me to sew each bunchie? Look, if I'm in my best, like at my best, maybe 9-10 minutes. If I get distracted, one time in 3 hours, I set myself the challenge and I was only able to sew 13 scrunchies. So that tells you a lot about my ADHD. Yikes. But I am determined. It's taken me, so I started uploading these videos a few days ago. It's taken me a few days to really get in the mindset. I'm actually off work today because I'm a little unwell. And I also have a very important interview coming to the house today. So, yeah. Now, I ramble on. I don't like awkward silences, so please, I mean, I think that's why you come to YouTube, right? You want tutorials, you want to like hear people talk, you might just want to watch me sew. That's so fine, you do you. But I want to do this because I have a lot to prove to myself. Like, I'm in my late 30s, and I'm in retail. I'm a retail manager. I'm a very good retail manager. Oh, that's my little clip. Bleep, bleep. Bleep, 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 bleep. These are the quilt clips that I was talking about. Bloop, 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 bloop. So, anyway, I'm a very good retail manager, but I might age out soon, which is sad. No, well, age is just a number. You can be in retail for as long as you want. However, I'm in young street fashion retail. I don't know how much longer I could go for that. I also do accents as a coping mechanism. I apologize. I do not mean to offend anyone, but that's what I do. And like I said, I'm not the social media gal. I am not one. My face is not made for social media. So, yeah, this is me. I'll keep sewing for this now, and I'll come back. Jokes. The only other easy thing of working with slippery fabric, I don't always work with slippery fabric. Bunchy Scrunch has cotton and satins. It just moves quicker as well, like for the part where you've got to fold it outwards. Again, I don't mind. I might even do a tutorial like on how, like for beginners, because fun fact, I taught Jess how to sew. She knew how to sew a little bit. She already had a sewing machine. She upgraded, but I taught her how to sew. And I'm quite good at troubleshooting sewing machines for some reason. So I might show you, like for beginners, you might be watching this. You might find my hashtag and then see a lady rambling about trying to fix her business and her best friend's like relationship. But welcome. I sew and I don't mind. I could teach you how to like load the bobbins. I don't know what a lot of these names are. What settings I use on my Singer, so I have a Singer heavy duty, and then how to sew. Again, I don't mind, I can totally teach you how to sew a scrunchie as well. I also know how to sew zip-up bags. That's my repertoire. I would like to sew quilts, surprisingly. I watched a lot of quilts TikToking, but scrunchies is good. Anyway, I want to do this because I don't think I can stay in retail forever, and I want a little side hustle that can maybe do something. And I know the market's saturated. I said that in my first video. But what's different about Bunchy? Well, Bunchy, it's just better. It's just better. I mean, again, I won't go into sizings, and if you guys want a tutorial on how to sew scrunchies, I don't mind doing that. I just probably wouldn't share my measurements because we have 3 different sizes for Bunchy, and that's just what's unique to us. We wanted to make sure that we were using certain size elastics, because some people like their hair firmer, some like it looser. So we just wanted to make sure that we were catering for everyone at the end of the day. Sorry, I was just checking my camera's still moving with me. This isn't making you dizzy, right? No, you're fine. Anyway, that's where we're at. Also, again, reminder, be gentle with me. I'm old. I'm 38. I'm not that old, but like, Oh, that's my dog growling. I don't know if you can hear that. But technology isn't my thing. Social media definitely isn't my thing. Sorry, that is my dog barking. It's just not my thing. But I want to give it a try to show Jess what Bunchy means to me and what she means to me, because all of this is important for my own development and my connection to human life. That's the best way I could describe that one. So now we've got a sock. Woo, woo, woo. We have a sock. So now we have a sock. So what I have to do is I need to put the elastic through. Yes, I need to put the elastic through. And then I'm going to sew the elastic together, and then I'm going to flip it inside out. I just got to grab the elastic. Please hold. I think the camera might follow me. Hey. Elastic. Hey, what's the time? 12:44. Okay, my special appointment is at 2 o'clock. So we got time. Okay, so I don't currently have a chopstick on me. I have chopsticks typically in my sewing kit. Again, sorry guys, I have 2 dogs. Okay. Thank you, Millie. So Bunchy's different because of our measurements, and I firmly believe that. Me and Jess are really passionate with taking care of your hair, but also like having the right tools in your hair. And I think everyone cares these days about I love that everyone's getting into sunscreen. My sister had just survived melanoma, cancer, skin cancer. She had skin cancer, and she had it all cut out of her arm, but she survived it. So I love that everyone's getting so involved with skincare and sunscreen and hair care and what it means for your hair. I currently have a Bunchy in my hair. It is a black satin Bunchy by the name of Kare. I think I butchered that. Fun fact, Jess is from New Zealand and Māori. So we use... some words are partially Māori or very specific to Aotearoa. So this particular name is named after a black sand beach. I'm pretty sure that's what this one was. Yes, this one. They all have names. Woohoo! Like I said, Jess did this whole thing, and she made this beautiful Canva. Oh my gosh, artiste of Canva, that one. I don't have a chopstick, so I'm going to use a straw. And then this creator I followed, she just attaches it, not like this, but I think she had a way of attaching it to it. But that's what she did. So it's on the straw, or on the chopstick, and we're going into the sock while it's still inside out. I might actually do a full tutorial. I think that could be fun, but I'll use different measurements. I might use the measurements from the creator that I used when I first started sewing scrunchies. Anyway, so it's come out the other end. It looks like a little Bunchy thing, right? And so what I need to do now, I want to make sure... Oh, the straw's kind of fun because it's bending. Woohoo! Man, we crushed this. Okay, so I want to remove the straw. I might keep the straw. Get yourself a plastic straw. Do many places do... No, I don't think many places do plastic straw. I actually don't know where I found that. I believe my husband might have got a slushy one day. I just want to make sure that the elastic isn't twisted, which I feel like... You've got to do a test. You've almost got to keep stretching it in and out just to make sure that elastic isn't twisted. Yep, okay. And then you're going to want to sew the elastic together. You can also, I believe Jess might glue hers together first and then sew, because this part is tricky. Apologies, I will be cutting that out. Like I said, I'm unwell. This part is tricky. I'll see if I can move you. No. This part is tricky. When I do the tutorial, I'll show you what I mean tricky, because you have to have a real good hand. And it kind of has to move quickly because you're trying to trap the two. Yeah, that did not work. And I think I used my bobbin. Okay. Time to rethread my bobbin. No, my bobbin is in. We've lost thread elsewhere. Mayday, mayday, we've lost thread elsewhere. Okay, so the bobbin still has bobbiny stuff. I'm just going to slide her back into its hook. It came from above. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, there's a jam. Ooh, there's a jam. I can feel it. Oh yeah, she's angry with me. Oh, we broke it. Okay. Look, there is a jam in my sewing machine. It's okay, these things happen. Don't cry over it. I actually have to service my sewing machine. I'm just going to learn how to do it off YouTube. It's very practical that way. Between YouTube and TikTok these days, you could learn quite a bit. Anyway, we're going to hook back in. I'm just going to cut off that end part because she's a bit ratty. Up and around the hook. You just kind of follow the arrows down, down. Now, some of these have that like that kind of needle push where it like self-threads itself. I do not have that, I believe. So I just have a really good eye. I say that while missing 6 times. I'm literally wearing glasses. Please help me. Please? Okay. Odie, you're such an angry little boy. Why are you being angry for? Okay. Odie would like to come up and say hello to you all. This is Odie. Okay. So, hey, I'm a Jack Russell Cross Shih Tzu. Yeah, the vet calls me a I don't know if I can say that because it might censor me. But you get the gist. He's a Jack Russell Cross Shih Tzu. My little scruffy boy. He gets real rumbly and angry if he hears anyone come to the door. Go on. Alrighty, back to it. Trying to thread that needle so then I can get onto it. Yeah. So my hopes for this channel, back to that. I want to grow a following, not only for YouTube, but for TikTok and Instagram for Bunchy Scrunch. This isn't for, well, it is kind of personal gain, right? Yeah. So I would like to show Jess, I think by doing that, I can show Jess how committed I am to Bunchy. Obviously sewing my share of the inventory. In the first one, you would have heard that I obviously, that I obviously didn't sew my share of Bunchy Scrunch, and that led to white lies, which led to hurt. And it led for the past 3 months of not talking to Jessica, who is my best friend. Which if you've had a best friend in your late 30s or mid 30s, like adult relationships and friendships are very important. Let's just say that. I'm quite happy being a hermit and I can out of sight, out of mind people real quickly due to object permanence. However, I had a dream. And when I have a dream about people, sometimes I've just got to follow the gut feeling that comes from it. And the dream said I had to contact Jess. I needed to contact her. And so I did. I reached out. And I'm trying to talk to her again, and we're trying to sort things out. We haven't had the discussion about scrunchies or how she's going with selling off her share of the inventory. Oh my gosh, I did it. Me at the start of like the last 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm so quick with like threading the bobbin. My days that took longer. Like I'm embarrassed. So yeah, I haven't asked her that yet because that's still probably a sensitive subject to the both of us. And I don't want to ask that. I wish her all the best, though, with her inventory. I really do hope people are buying from her because the product is good. It's real good. So, yes, that is that. We can get back to sewing. You don't have to listen to me talking anymore. Okay, here we go. So, we want to... Maybe this is what messed up the bobbin because, like I said, this part is tricky. If you have any tips, like other than glue, if you have any tips on how to do this part... I mean... My listening ears are on. My tarringers are on, and I can do that. My husband is also moldy, so I only know the basic words, but you might hear me say them sometimes. The reason I know tarringers, because he always tells me to open them. Open your tarringers. So, yeah, but that's a bit about me and where I'm going. So now what we have to do is we have to push the sock inside out. So you're pretty much pulling that elastic that you've just sewn, and you're pulling it and pulling it through this sock. So you pretty much want the product to turn itself inside out. Like I said, I don't think I'm going with that straw anytime soon. Keep in mind with the slippery satin, this is those bits that I was talking about. So just really watch yourself because you don't want to pull that. But yeah, I don't know how long this particular bunchy has taken to sew, but I have about 6 more that I would like to sew. So I might do like a time lapse of how that goes. But I think I've said everything I need to say. Okay, so now I'm at the opening. So this is the original opening of this beautiful bunchy. Look at how lovely she is. So now we just got to finish her off. I know I said don't cut those little tentacles off, but like, I mean, they're annoying me right now. Don't waste your time though on the inside because no one's going to see the inside, I hope. I've been doing scrunchies, making scrunchies since 2020. And believe me, none of my scrunchies have come apart. I still have ones from 2020 that are going strong. They don't just open up randomly. So yeah, I'm going to sew the end part of this and then I'll show you what it looks like. And then you just want to do a little bit of quality control and then you start to move it out. I think, okay. This one's going to go to my donation pile because I just felt, there's a twist in the elastic. My first Bunchy. Nah, this isn't a bad omen, right? No, it's fine. Anyway, look at how gorgeous she is. This is what it will look like. These are with the measurements that Jess and I have specifically allocated. So we have 3 sizes. And you can see those sizes on the Bunchy Scrunch Instagram or the Bunchy Scrunch TikTok that I've added the links to in our channel bio. This is the midi. So we call her the midi. And it's Kare Kare is the color. I really hope I'm not butchering that. But yes, this is what it looks like. But this will go to my donation pile. So when we do quality control, if we're not completely happy with it, or alternatively, the elastic is twisted and I missed that in sewing. Yeah, that's annoying. It's right there. Then we donate it, and it will go to different places, like the ones who donate those in the bag type things, or female products. So yeah, I'm gonna keep sewing. I got some to do, and that's everything from me. Okay, bye.